Which reminds me of a story about the Liberty Bell, the original Liberty Bell. It was 1752. They contacted, they being the folks there in Philadelphia, the Whitechapel Bell Factory Foundry in England. Make us a bell. Leviticus, we want that Leviticus about freedom written on the bell. Thing weighed 2,000 pounds. Bring it back. They ring it once. And what happens, Andrew?
It cracks, right?
Right, cracks. Like, oh, crap. I got to send it all the way back to England. So they get a couple of local foundry guys that had no experience about making bells. They melt the whole thing down again. And then they reforge it. They get it ready to go. They ring it again and cracks again. So June 1753, they recast the thing again. They have it in the State House. They know the British are coming. In 1777, they hide the bell. In the middle of the night, they stick it on a horse-drawn carriage and try to cover it up with a bunch of stuff. And then in the middle of the night, they kind of sneak it by all the spies because they don't want the British to get it because they're sure the British will melt it back down again. So they move the thing to Allentown, Pennsylvania, and they hide it there. They sneak the bell out, and they hide the bell, and it stays there until after the war is over. And then they decide they're going to bring it back, and they're going to ring the bell for George Washington's birthday. And they ring it, and now you're in a bigger crack. They decide they're going to ring it for other times as well, like Hamilton dies. They ring the bell again, and it sounds horrible. At this point, they're like, God, it just sounds awful. When you ring it, it sounds like a ring, and then there's like a gassy explosion as well at the same time.
Really?
Like that. So then they say they're going to stop ringing it. So they do. In 1846, they try to ring it again. At this point, the crack is so big, they decide, that's it. We're never going to ring it again. We're finished with the bell. It's going to stay silent. Abolitionists in 1830 see the bell as symbolic of the fact that, yes, it is quiet, but it is... wow, it's a two-parter on this one. And they see it as quiet resistance. And it's seen as sort of... It's encompassing the idea that America will continue to fight on, although in silence. The 20th century, the iconic bill, still there. Women's rights, still there, although it is silent, still remains silent, but it is also with the crack in it. It's the idea that liberty for all, but it's going to be messy. It's going to be hard to get these great freedoms for all. So the bell now is there in Philadelphia. And that's where it's been. There are a bunch of replicas, like the one that's out here. I think I don't know how many altogether, how many of these Liberty Bells, but the original Liberty Bell melted down, forged again, cracked again, kept cracking. And then they said, when they rang it once, I think it was for Washington's birthday, they said, wow, it sounds horrible. Stop ringing it.